That might have felt like a rug pull because you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was a really strange position to be in because I felt like I don't want to just be an actor. I want to have more authorship.
Who else has a question?
I have a question.
Oh, hey, Ryan Reynolds.
Hi.
Hey. Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Monday, February 17th, 2025. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds had a rather unusual PR moment over the weekend when they walked the red carpet at Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary special. The special aired on NBC during prime time and attracted millions of viewers, marking their first public appearance together since Blake filed a lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. Their red carpet appearance, where they looked happy and carefree, stands in stark contrast to what Blake claims she is going through privately and the reasons behind her lawsuit against Justin in New York. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds may have made a misstep, as Ryan decided to join in on a joke during a sketch with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. During a staged Q&A segment, Ryan was asked how things were going, to which he humorously replied, "Why, what have you heard?" This was a clear nod to the media frenzy surrounding the case, which has received more public attention than legal scrutiny. Both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's sides have refused mediation, indicating they are not interested in settling this case at all, and their dispute continues to unfold. The case involves allegations of workplace discrimination and retaliation, alongside claims of defamation, extortion, emotional distress, and invasion of privacy. The individual claims that she attempted to take control of his film, while he asserts that her accusations against him are false. She, in turn, argues that they initiated a smear campaign against her, which has led to a significant shift in public perception. For Blake, the challenge will be to demonstrate the intent behind this backlash and to establish that it originated from Justin. This will be particularly difficult, as many responses to her actions online came from fans of Colleen Hoover and the community surrounding her book It Ends With Us. These fans were disappointed to see the film being marketed as a light-hearted project, especially since she seemed to leverage her promotional opportunities to advertise her other products, such as her alcohol line and a new hair care line at the same time. While she claims she was merely following Sony's promotional strategy, it appears that the promotion was actually managed by Blake and Ryan's company. Blake Lively is arguing in court that Justin's actions have caused her significant emotional distress, leading to extreme grief, trauma, anxiety, and fear. While the claims she makes against Justin are serious, and any retaliation against those who come forward with allegations of sexual harassment is illegal, it's important to recognize that Justin has the right to defend himself. A common defense in cases of sexual harassment and workplace discrimination is that the employer did not engage in the alleged behavior, or that the events have been misinterpreted or exaggerated. The defense can challenge the credibility of the claimant, like Blake, and argue that the backlash she is experiencing, along with her emotional distress, is not solely a result of their actions. If she cannot demonstrate that the negative publicity is directly linked to him, she may struggle in court, especially if the defense can argue that her situation stems from her own behavior and actions in the media. Then she is the one responsible for her own emotional distress, which is one of the defenses that Justin Baldoni's team is using. They also assert that they did not retaliate and that this so-called smear campaign never took place. They had a team ready to help protect Justin against the false allegations they anticipated would arise. His stance has consistently been that these allegations are untrue, while her position is that they are not. However, she claims that this situation has caused her such distress that she cannot lead a normal life. So, why is what happened this weekend so damaging? If you are in the midst of a case and asserting that you have experienced severe emotional distress, anxiety, fear, trauma, and grief, the last thing you would do is mock the situation or allow your husband to make light of it. His comments, made while everyone laughed, suggest he is trying to be lighthearted about a serious matter. Blake would have known he was going to say something since he had a microphone on. While she might not have known his exact words, it was clear he was going to speak. All of these skits are pre-planned, indicating they were both aware of their participation. So how can she explain to a court that if she is suffering such severe emotional distress, she would go on a nationally broadcast show during prime time and make fun of her situation? Justin Baldoni's lawyers are certainly going to capitalize on this and use it against her, especially since part of Justin's lawsuit claims that Blake is the one who has been smearing him. It seems that she's the one using her connections to exert power and influence over him, attempting to take control of a movie she neither owns nor has the rights to. Essentially, she wants the spotlight and is leveraging her husband and influential friends to get her way. This moment, where they appeared on a nationally broadcasted show watched by millions, 5 million viewers for the season debut, adds credibility to Justin's claims. It suggests that she continues to wield her influence to assert that she is in charge and has the power to manipulate situations, often at the expense of others involved. While he remains silent, the implications are clear. The media is buzzing about the lawsuit and her allegations against him, claiming he is retaliating and tarnishing her reputation. If that's true, participating in this herself seems counterproductive. She shouldn't be rushing to the New York Times to air her grievances, which feels like a significant PR maneuver. Appearing on SNL and making light of such serious allegations also undermines her position, especially when she asserts that she is fearful and suffering from severe emotional distress. It's hard to reconcile that with her attending SNL and walking the red carpet just a month and a half after filing the lawsuit, engaging in a joke on a live show. They were mingling with other celebrities, which suggests she still holds a place in Hollywood, even as she claims to be suffering reputationally while attending events like this. In front of Steven Spielberg and Kevin, how much more A-list can you get? Yet she's trying to claim that she was the one injured, suffering from severe anxiety, grief, and fear. Is it really fear when you go on a nationally televised event for millions and joke about your situation? She didn't even need to speak. Her husband did, and he's the one being sued by Justin Baldoni. This is him joking about something akin to what he did in the Deadpool movie, where he created a character based on Beldon. He can't help but taunt Boney, and in a situation like this, it shouldn't be about jokes or keeping up appearances. If she were truly emotionally impacted, this wouldn't be where she'd be. They're going to seize on this, and their ongoing lack of awareness about how they're perceived is part of why she faced so much backlash in the first place. She seems completely inept, lacking any sense of how her actions and words land. It appears she doesn't grasp the social consequences of her choices. She either lives in a bubble of extreme entitlement or delusion, believing she can do anything without repercussions, or that when things don't go her way, it's someone else's fault. While there may have been a time when she was a victim, her current behavior doesn't align with the claims in her lawsuit. In my opinion, it reinforces what Boney has been saying all along. He's being picked on and bullied by a couple with far more influence and power in Hollywood than he has. How much more powerful can you be than showing up on a red carpet for an SNL special that's been highly anticipated and promoted all year, participating while the audience films and jokes about your situation? Blake has been keeping a low profile, spending time with his family and staying out of the spotlight. He hasn't been attending red carpet events or engaging in any public appearances. Although he did participate in a podcast that was released last week, it was recorded long before the lawsuit was filed. He's not making any public statements or showcasing himself online. Instead, he's focused on defending himself against the claims initiated by her when she went to the New York Times. He has every right to defend himself. Every move Blake and Ryan make seems to indicate that they don't fully grasp why public sentiment has turned against them. They aren't behaving like individuals who have been wronged. While it's true that their reputations have suffered, it's largely due to their ongoing actions. This will be a point for his attorneys in court, arguing that he never encouraged her to appear on that show, and yet she is the one suing them. How can she claim significant reputational damage when she's still attending high-profile events? If she's still being invited to mingle with A-listers like Steven Spielberg, how much damage has really been done? Sure, some audience members may have felt uncomfortable and there might be people who prefer not to engage with them, but the real world operates differently than social media. Losing followers online doesn't necessarily reflect her real-life situation. She has another film, the sequel to A Simple Favor, coming out, and both she and Ryan have other projects in the pipeline. So how can she argue that she's suffered losses? She claims he harmed her hair care line, which she chose to promote while attending a red carpet event for a movie centered on domestic violence. Who made that choice, Justin or Blake? It was Blake. I'm not sure if I like him or dislike him, but what I'm seeing here just doesn't add up. I really think this is going to backfire for them in the context of this lawsuit. It's making me feel like the lawsuit they filed doesn't reflect someone who's serious about their legal claims. They're letting this play out in the media, showing they don't care about the court proceedings. They criticize Justin's team for doing interviews, yet they're doing interviews too. They've been saying for weeks that Justin is litigating this publicly, but now they're appearing on a show. This seems to be more about reputation management than anything else. They're trying to control the damage and win back their reputation. But how do you do that? By staying quiet, reflecting on your actions, changing your behavior, and taking accountability. Maybe then the public perception will shift. Continuing to engage publicly like this will only worsen their situation and help him. They're really making a mess of things and it's all over the news. I'm not the only one who feels this way, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, everyone.